3, 2, 1, go.
Ready to lose.
Fight! Yeah, I gotta work on getting that soundboard.
Ready? Go!
Right. Ready? So the goal for this is to beat Stage 2. There's several parts to it. There's Stage 2-1 is this construction zone-ish area. Stage 2-2 is outdoors with some pillars. I'm not really sure what the venue is supposed to be, but there's some outdoor stuff. Lots of pits you can fall into, obnoxious bats, guys that run at you, lots of terrible stuff. And then they gotta fight the boss, who is not a difficult boss, but can be made much faster if you happen to get there with some spin slash. The item that you see HyperZoot has right now up in his sub-weapon box is the much talked about spin slash. Extremely powerful. Kill enemies in the air when you use it. A lot of clever routing can be done with it and without it. I mean, this game, low percent, is also a neat challenge. Now you see right there, HyperZoot went around the long way. He went down to the right and then back. After coming down that ladder, you can actually go right over the top of that thing, but I'm not sure that it would end up being faster if these guys were to try that. And right there, what you see on the left was the spot where the famous bat boost happens. And it's one of those things where, you know, it's definitely a matter of opinion whether you should try to go for that in one of these matches. Because it takes a little bit of practice, and these guys have only had an hour to work on this game.
It's one of those things that's there as a, like, oh crap, I really need a couple extra seconds, and it has to come from this, so here I go.
Right, so we might see this thing come into play at some point.
I actually found it really easy.
I did too, actually, when
I was getting it every time pretty easily.
Yeah.
Everything else is the hard part.
It seems like you have to attack really quickly after you jump in order to hit guys without stopping.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a game where I try to do, like, I mean, a drummer would call it a flam, I guess, but where you hit both your, well, I use 2 fingers for this game instead of my thumb, and I try to, like, have them hit at just slightly different times, just a little bit offset from each other to try to get that to work. Yeah, it's kind of a prump sound. I don't know how you would do it with your thumb. I guess people who are insanely good at this game have figured that out. Some neat stuff about this game: it does not have a wall climbing mechanic like Ninja Gaiden 2 allowed you to climb any surface. But this game, if you want to climb a wall, you have to do a single wall jump, which is, you know, like you jump off the wall, rock the D-pad back, and grab onto it again, and hopefully do it fast enough that you move forward quickly, or move up quickly, rather. And so there's a couple of places where they might use that. I don't know, mostly coming into the second room of 2-2. You might use it.
Forgot my first split.
You can also use it right here, that spot where Midboss just went past. You can avoid that ladder by grabbing onto the little tiny platform and doing a single wall jump to get up on top of it. Another thing about this speedrunning this game that I always found scary is there's a lot of places where you want to fall and then grab the ladder at the last moment before going off the bottom of the screen, because it saves you time from having to climb down a ladder to reach the bottom of the screen, and you know, you're trying to do it at the last possible moment, and obviously if you overshoot it, you're dead. So that's
just
fun.
Like that.
Yeah. So here's a spot right here on the right where you just get it illustrated for you. And that's tricky, because this game, depending on which way you're facing, you can't, like, holding left and right on the D-pad as you're falling doesn't move you symmetrically in either direction. You know, one direction will sometimes be, you know, easier to move in than the other. And so getting used to that mechanic is something.
Oh boy.
Also, the hitboxes on these platforms is a little weird because this game, as you can see, has sort of like a pseudo 3D-ish look to it. At least they're trying to get some sort of perspective. You'll notice the tiles at the bottom that he's running on are a little bit slanted relative to your direction of view. And so just sort of understanding when you're walking off of it takes a little bit of getting used to.
And your jumps coming off of walls are pretty pithy. So, yeah, it definitely takes a good time to get used to these jumps for sure.
Yeah, and lots of different ways to go to manage your items. There's lots of different item routing that you could do. Even assuming you're going to spin slash your way through everything, there's still like lots of questions about which candles do I get. Where exactly do I use the spin slashes and where don't I? You can actually use your sword in the air. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this in the tips section, but if you want to use your sword and not spin slash, you can hold down and B. I don't know. Maybe that's helpful to you guys. Sorry, I could have put that in the tips section, but
I remembered something like that because I remember everyone complaining about having to do down B in this game, but I tried it and it didn't work, so I was like, oh well.
it's like even when you're doing it, sometimes it doesn't work right. I've noticed. I don't know what it is about it.
It's not too big an issue, I don't think, for us.
Or maybe it needs to not be diagonal. Maybe you need to hold just strictly down, and that's the
I know
problem.
you do have to hold strictly up and down to get either like the special power
or to cancel.
No, that for sure.
All right, so that's something that would slow you down unless you're really tight on the D-pad.
Yeah.
These okay, the God Hammers. These little sword things that guy throws. They're random, and I think they're random, right? And yeah, Ninja Gaiden runners have to sort of get used to dealing with different patterns on it.
Get out of here, guy!
And so we see HyperZoot fighting this boss without the spin slash.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. But yeah, managing your item power so you end up with spin slash at the boss could give you quite a time bonus. Oh, on the right we just saw Midboss doing the thing where you throw out the yellow star, or the orange star rather, and you keep dodging it. You jump over it so it stays on the screen for as long as possible. You can get many uses out of it.
Always a flashy looking strategy.
Yeah. This fire wheel is really cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long. It's sort of the invincibility power-up of the game. And it uses up your sub-weapon, and we get a bat boost. There's our bat boost right there.
Oh, are you kidding me? That is not fair.
Yep, there's the God Hammer. There we go. And you must have like just barely landed when the thing hit you. That was a close one, but ties do not work in your favor, I guess.
No, they do not.
This game gives you a lot of health to work with, so often, managing your health and deciding what to damage boost through is a thing. Maybe not so much with this goal. I think you probably don't need all the health that you have.
Yeah, I haven't died from health damage once yet. It's all just pits and pits.
Right. Pits and more pits, and Hammer Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this spot right here at the end before the boss always trips me up. You have to make that jump, and there's just all those dudes pacing back and forth, and runners come at you from the back. It's no good. The second something goes wrong in this game, you're so dead. Yeah, the knockback is just cruel. Just cruel.
It sounds like you guys are talking about Ninja Gaiden.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it sounds accurate.
Now that's interesting. I just noticed both players went up that ladder there, entering the second screen of 2-1, and HyperZoot needed two less jumps than two fewer jumps than Midboss needed. Probably could have gotten by with even fewer had he done a single wall jump after grabbing the ladder.
I'm not trying any wall jumps today.
Okay.
Not happening. I just want to beat the goal without something catastrophic happening.
That is a very common strat for the mystery goal. So, how are we doing on time? Oh, still plenty of
Oh
time.
yeah, 19 minutes. We just crossed 19 minutes. So
19
we got
minutes, okay.
Lots of time left.
Feeling a little better.
Seems like it's been forever, huh?
Yeah. At least the bat boost is easy.
Someone has put on Super Mario Land Game Boy music.
I hear it, yeah.
I love it. It puts a smile on my face immediately.
This music is so happy. I love it.
Ding ding.
That's a game I can't wait to have on this. Once we get Game Boy is one of the things I really want to get. Genesis and Game Boy slash Game Boy Advance I want to get incorporated in here.
Well, when are you supposed to split when the timer runs out?
Okay, let me check. I don't
When it starts to fade out.
Okay.
Wait, is this not going to give you the rest of it?
Oh no, it will.
Okay, good.
The final split is when it starts to fade out.
Okay, yeah. So that would be after all the counting up is finished.
Yeah, so I split like way early. Oh wow.
That's fine. That's one of the reasons I have it do that delay before submitting the run. Just in case people split early, I just want to make sure it doesn't get
Yeah, it's
cut off.
very smart.
Yeah. The other problem is, well, it's not so much a problem for the NES, but for the Super Nintendo, I have to actually copy the file while a file handle is still open, and so if you have delayed write, sometimes the whole file doesn't get up there. So that's why I pack in a few extra seconds.
Let's see.
Yeah, SNES 9X does things kind of stupidly.
I guess it's worth mentioning if you have experience with Lua and Genesis or Game Boy emulation, it would. I guess we're looking for help with getting the script up on those emulators.
Yeah, I mean, the script is pretty much written, and it wouldn't take much to adapt it to that. In fact, we could probably fold it into the existing script and just have a little thing that tests what version or what emulator you're using. But I've never used the Lua API for any Genesis or Game Boy emulators, and I don't even know which version of these emulators have the best Lua support because that kind of thing is not obvious.
Getting Game Boys up for this would be really, really cool, though.
Oh, there's so many games. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance can all be done with the same emulator, so that would be a huge pool of games.
I'm really looking forward to Genesis games.
Yeah, and then Genesis, lots of great stuff on there.
Yeah, I just finished
Well, there's
timing,
not really
and
a lot
there's
of
a
great
9-frame
stuff.
difference.
What, 9 frames?
Wow.
Wow. Okay, cool. Close one.
Alright, that's better.
The song that's playing in the jukebox now it's Mario music, but they've got the sped up version of it. Like they played the song and then and now it's playing double fast.
I'm submitting it says it's 3 seconds slower, but it's faster.
Okay.
Just because I missplit so badly that other time.
All right, we
That
got
boss got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
What the heck? I have absolutely no idea where the sword hitbox is. It is just
Yes, the sword
mystery
hitbox
to me.
is 1 pixel at the very tip of the sword.
Really?
So you can attack right through an enemy. It's a
Okay,
single
it's-
pixel.
So that's why I always get screwed when I'm just like too close.
Mhm.
Interesting. So like that for 2 also, or is
I do not know. We just crossed the 15-minute mark. Alright guys, I'll be back in just a minute. Don't break the game while I'm gone.
Try not to.
I'll be watching. I feel like I'm definitely seeing you guys still improving. Like, it's very clear that an hour is not enough to sort of get up
course.
against any kind of skill ceiling.
Yeah, this game is pretty intense.
So I'm sure we'll see some more improvements along the way here.
I did at least. I finished one that wasn't completely terrible. That's all I can ask for. Man, this room is so hard.
Wow. Unfortunately, there is no wall no wall climbing.
Well, I could have got back up, like doing the one thing.
Yeah,
It's just it's like 10 seconds.
it's just a wall cling.
It's pretty great. Every death in this game is entertaining. Just get hit, fall into a pit.
That's true. And I like the sound when you get hit too. It's got that like doom.
Mm-hmm.
So you just doom as your bundled corpse flies into a pit. Yeah. That's okay. Still lots of time.
Yep, we're hit 12 minutes just now.
Definitely gonna use every second of it.
I'm also getting a preview of Goal 2 of Jackie Chan. Looks pretty interesting.
That's a really fun goal. Definitely had a lot of fun with that one.
I feel
I'm
like
really
Goal 2
interested.
will be much closer.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
But Goal 1 was like a second apart for everyone's. Wow.
Yeah, I thought goal
Yeah,
one
but
was
Goal
gonna
1
be
at least had the vertical climbing sections.
That's the goal 2 has a ton more of that. Or wait,
Yeah, but
which
not
one's
as
goal
tight.
2? Which one's goal 1?
2 is the ice one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think goal 2 is way way gonna be a big difference.
I don't know, man.
Alright, Zoot's finishing.
Find
one.
out.
Oh, it won't be a PB for him.
What's my time currently at? What's his time?
Yeah, 206.6 and 210.88.
Alright.
So, Midboss up by 4 seconds. The boss fight, though, that boss fight. Getting Spin Slash and getting it to work the first time, which is tricky. Even with Spin Slash, just trying to hit the boss at just the right spot is a problem sometimes.
Yeah. On my fastest run right now, I got it like really, really fast, so it's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah, that's a good point. Darkwing pointed out that they're all martial arts type games this time around, and he wonders what the bonus game will be. I actually didn't make a special bonus game for this. Normally I just take whatever goals I couldn't use for other stuff and use them here, but I didn't come up with anything.
Bonus game?
I mean, it's not anything that's part of the competition, but at the end, the people who want to stick around at the end can play some random bonus game.
Oh, cool.
It's usually something to bang your head against for a while.
Right, it's usually something difficult or that just wasn't suitable for an actual goal in this game, or in this match, but this time I don't have anything, but I can look back in our archive of goals and find something ninja themed.
We play the rest of Kabuki.
Yeah, there's 2 more Kabuki goals if you want that, but
The first one wouldn't be bad.
how about one
Second
that's
one
just
would
boss fights?
be hard.
If that was possible.
Oh yeah, I'll go make a bunch of
Can
save
I
states
say
and just.
pass?
Swamp Thing was, well, I wouldn't say it was seriously considered a goal specifically for that episode. Swamp Thing. It was something that I was hoping I could make a good SGL goal out of, and then after playing the game, I was like, yeah, that's going to be... No one will come on the show again if I do that.
Except Mech Rector, maybe.
Maybe that correct, yeah, sure.
You could just have Mech Rector be the show.
Has
It's
Mecha
just 3
been on
hours
this
of
show?
Mecha playing Swamp Thing.
Much.
Jaden managed to pick it up and beat it that night. I think he started right when we put that goal out, and then proceeded to go right through the
He
game.
was
So.
he was totally undaunted.
It's like, what are you talking about? This game's great. Good. There has to be people in the world that are like that. I'm glad. Or else these games wouldn't get played.
And the game does actually get harder somehow.
Right.
There's
Level one's
one
easy
level
mode.
where if you fall, you lose like entire minutes of progress.
All right. Those pits in the graveyard-ish level or something.
No, there's a level where you're in like a sewer and you work your way going back and forth, getting higher and higher each time. And if if you're way up high and you
Oh.
fall, you have to it's like minutes to get
I remember
snake back
watching
around and
you
get
do
back where
that.
you were.
Oh, that sucks.
That sounds like Socket.
All right. Well, let me see if I can pull something ninja themed up out of the goals. I'll see what I got here while you guys are working on this.
Well, how much time do we have left? Like 10 minutes?
Okay, we are at 7 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Man, my thumb hurts. Again.
If you want to be really mean, you can drop them off at the second boss in Kabuki and give them no chips, so they have to fight him hair only.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that guy sucks. I couldn't
know
find
what
any
I'm
way to
doing.
beat him in any good way, so I just throw fireballs at him until he dies.
Wait, you can throw fireballs in that game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there's...
press select to switch weapons, but the level you were on, like, there's no,
wouldn't have helped,
there's
really.
no, yeah.
It's mostly the bosses that you want to use that on, and you also want to be a bit sparing with your use of it in a normal, any percent run of it. So, yeah, even in a regular any percent run, you won't see much of it.
I feel so deceived.
Are you the one who only got the half an hour too?
I got 116, I think, in the goal.
No, that only got a half an hour to practice. You
that
getting
was
super
me.
gypped?
I think I'd like a full hour.
I actually tried using the fireball in some places. You can kill like some of the shooty guys, like the ones on the wall that shoot spikes at you, but that's completely useless
Mhm.
for the run.
Yeah, but like if I got really mad, I could just shoot a bunch of fireballs and that would probably feel good.
That's true. We didn't consider
Because
the mental
all I
health
could
of the
do
players.
when I was really mad was like throw my hair all over the place.
See, that's why Jackie Chan is such a good speed game. The
Yeah.
freestyling is so much fun.
Yeah, do like some fast falls and pick up the weird handstand power up.
Yeah, when you like jump a bunch and like fall really fast every time, it feels great.
You can actually fast fall in Kabuki, but it wasn't really useful in that goal. If it got to the point where you guys were, shaving frames or whatever, then I probably would have mentioned it.
No, it's okay. You shouldn't even mention anything. You should make us deal with dealing with bullshit.
I guess that there's merit to that, I suppose.
If I was ever a
Entertaining in its
host
own
on
way.
here, I would laugh so hard at all the competitors.
Oh,
Well, that's the mark of a good host. I'll be sure to put that on your resume.
Thank you.
as a fellow
appreciate it,
competitor, I
man.
have nothing but sympathy.
As a fellow competitor, I could laugh so hard.
Yeah, it's one of those things where instead of having empathy for people who've had the same problems as you, you have the opposite.
Yeah.
I know.
Your turn.
Right. It's like, hi, it's not me. This is awesome.
So I guess if you don't turn around before you jump, it's not a regular jump, it's a weird backwards jump that doesn't
Yep.
go as far.
Yep, it's really, really annoying.
Yep. You get little dinky jumps in one direction and normal size jumps in the other.
And like, let's say you're moving left and you jump, you're like, you can move left really fast, but you can move right like a third the speed.
Mm-hmm.
Like arrow direction. It's really strange. So it's not complete like Castlevania jumping, but it's like a little close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have air control when you're jumping. It's just that you have so much less horizontal trajectory if you're jumping backwards.
Come here, boss.
At least it's not ActRaiser 2, where unless you jump straight up, you can only go forwards.
So another technique in this game is slash canceling. Oh, by the way, there's 3 minutes left on the clock. 3 minutes left. But slash canceling is something that's probably not at all useful in this goal, but you can... how is it? You have to... After every slash, you can press the down button, and then afterwards, if you slash again, you can immediately slash again. You don't have to wait for the sword to reset.
I do believe that's correct.
Yes, but and that gets a lot of use in the speed run, but this goal I don't think it'll come in handy. I mean,
I
technically,
just don't think we're good enough to make use of it.
yeah, that's the thing.
you
You
can
have to
only-
really practice it a bit.
You can only do it
I
when
believe
jumping
in all
as
of
well, I
you.
believe.
Right, only when you're jumping.
Yeah, so you're tapping jump and then down and then mashing sword and with an alternating... Because you can't just hold down, right?
No,
you gotta have to do
you
like
have
an
to hold it
alternating
in
beat
between
down,
each
beat down, beat
time.
down.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. Definitely a high-tech maneuver.
right. You have to... Most players use a different grip on the controller for it. I mean, you can sort of do it even with the regular grip, but it's, you know, if you want to do it really fast, use some weird controller grips.
Yeah, it's amazing how much like stuff there is in this game, like tech and sort of things. It seems like it's just kind of, you know, hold the right, jump and slash sometimes, but it's not. That might be what I'm doing. But
This game has always been very intimidating for me.
Absolutely. There's a ton of people who have been playing it for a very, very long time and have gotten very, very, very good at it.
I've played this for a very, very long time, and I always get to the end boss and get sent back to the beginning of the world, and then I quit.
man, my poor thumb.
Oh, sketch file is clarifying. You have to hold down, hit B, release B, then release down, and do it
Right.
again.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dumb. It's really hard. Yeah, I would definitely not try any of that today.
It's really fun to do once you're... I mean, if you have some time to really practice it. It's
So wait, what do you do? It's down B.
Yeah, it's... Wait, down... Yeah, down and B, and then you have to let go of B, and then let go of down. And then repeat.
Yeah, you're kind of rocking, like if, you know, left to right, and then letting off right to left. If you consider...
Oh, I
right.
understand. I understand.
Kind of like doing a hammer-on and a pull-off or something
Yeah.
in a guitar string.
Yeah, like when I'm trying to do it, I hold the controller sideways and I hit down with my thumb and the B with my middle finger, and I try to make it so my thumb is contacting a little bit before my middle finger is.
Yeah.
It's
How long's it
weird.
been since you ran this game, Feasel?
Oh god,
forgot
I don't
you
know. I
did.
only did it for like a week or something. It was a fun distraction, but that was over a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. All right, so the time is up, and now is your last chance to reset if you would like to. Otherwise, you are stuck with this run. So reset now.
I'm still ahead, right?
Midboss is ahead. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So opportunities is over, and you're stuck with whatever run you're on. Oh,
Oh,
that
wow.
sucks.
The timing.
The timing on that.
Right as you said it.
Right as I said it.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Victory goes to Midboss.
yep, looks like it. Midboss wins by 4 seconds.
That was a good match.
Right, Jackie Chan time.
Time for Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Alright, well, we'll let, Oh, okay, I guess neither player's gonna keep going here.
Nah.
Okay, so, there we go. Congrats, Midboss, for clutch win there. I guess it was a sick boss fight that really came down. What decided that match.
Yeah, I killed him like almost instantly.
Mhm.
Got it real fast.
So while they're setting up, we see here the overall progression of this episode. Not bad. Good job, guys. Our fifth and final match is Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu again. This is a different goal than you saw last time. This will be a different set of levels. 4-way match, everybody against everybody else.
Alright.
Alright, is Stream 2 up?
Should be up.
Okay, let me just reset until I get this thing. There it is.
Uh-oh. Okay, good. I was going to say I've been resetting the whole show, and I've not gotten Stream 2 to show up, but
Looks like I did. So it must like me.
yeah. Well, you're all that matters, really, so.
Right, exactly.
Oh man, I got
Broadcast.
Stream 2 as well.
Oh wow, it's
So lucky.
bonus for everybody. Cool.
Nice, I can see all of them again.
Alright, are all 4 players ready to try this?
Ready?
That's at least 2 yeses. Anybody not ready? Okay, cool. Well then I'm gonna count you guys down. Oh wait, let's first get a reset for everyone so I can make sure all your timers started at the right spot. 2 is good. 3 is good. 4 is good. 1 is good. Okay, cool. Alright, so here we go. Counting down.